1914. Who really is the faithful and discreet slave? Who was watching? And who was providing food at the proper time? So from July 1st, 1879, when the first issue of Zion's Watchtower and Herald of Christ's Presence was released, until 1943, they thought that Jesus had already been present since 1874. So they certainly weren't watching when Jesus supposedly came in 1914. So they must have been doing something else if they were to be appointed over all his belongings. Were they providing the proper food at the proper time? Had his appointed slave done as he was assigned to do, namely, give to the domestics their food at the proper time, the master needed to make an inspection. The serving of food, the right sort of food at the proper time was the issue. It had to be according to this that a decision must be rendered by the returned master. According to the Watchtower, Jesus Christ came to inspect the spiritual temple in 1918. Judgment then began with the house of God, and a period of refining and cleansing commenced. Okay, well, let's take a look. According to the Watchtower, from 1918 to 1922, they started a campaign, Millions Now Living Will Never Die. Now, according to the Proclaimer's book, they taught it till 1925. But regardless that they can't get their facts straight, they taught millions now living will never die. And this was not a true teaching. This was a false teaching. Right food, right time?
Failed.
Non-Christians, however, had for long adored the cross as a sacred religious symbol. Non-Christians, huh? It wasn't until October 15, 1931, that the Watchtower stopped using the cross on every one of its publications. This was 13 years after Jesus inspected them. Right food, right time?
Failed.
Now let's recall that Jesus inspected them in 1918, okay? But the Watchtower says that in 1919, the society came out of Satan's organization. So you're telling me that Jesus came in 1918 and approved of the Watchtower, which is part of Satan's organization, and he put Satan's organization over all his belongings. I'm sorry, but there's no way Jesus appointed Satan's organization.
Failed.
But who else was showing Christendom's false teachings? Who was preaching the good news like Jesus told them to do? Preaching and teaching, making disciples. Well, according to the Proclaimer's book, other Bible scholars. So how then can Watchtower justify saying that Jehovah is going to destroy all those who do not flee to their religion, when the other religions were teaching and preaching the same things at the time of Jesus' inspection?
Failed.